Miss Vivian is not really particular in the final project or the final output, but we are focusing on the process, because through the process you are also graded and given feedback. So you were asked to write a myth. A myth is how something in nature came to be. So make sure that what you are writing is explaining how something in nature came to be. And later, you will also share your myth with a group of lower elementary students. We are doing a writer's workshop. Okay, I'm so happy as well that we were able to cover PINE. You were able to read lots of stories, text, essays that persuades, that informs, that entertains, right? And now you are writing a story that has the purpose to entertain, because you've already done writing to persuade and writing to inform. And now we are doing the last one. And I'm so happy to tell you that you are very much ready for sixth grades. Okay, 2 months from now, you will be in sixth grades already. Okay, so and we learned and reviewed that a myth is a story that explains something about the world. That's why it usually has gods with small g and other non-human beings that act in human ways, such as monsters or giants. However, remember, you have to choose the right word for the lower elementary students. Do not use words that are difficult for the, let's say, first grade, second grade, or third grade students to understand your story. Okay, you have to be careful with your word choice. Okay, very quick. This was an example, a model that we've studied, and the title is What Makes the Earthquake? That's why some of you, what makes the volcano erupt? What makes the sky? What makes the sun bright? You know, something like that. And also we realize that a story or a myth must have the elements, such as character, setting, conflict, or problem and solution. And it must also have different kinds of sentences. We've also had brainstorming. I told you to use these language frames here to start off with your myth. And then we've also visualized, we've applied our understanding or our reading strategy in order for us to write. Okay, so the first one is a combination of all of those skills in reading. This is a reading strategy. Visualization is a reading strategy. Reflecting and also speaking, listening, right? You speak and you listen to your friend. You gave some ideas by using these language frames. This one is an example. So I know that you've shared your Google drawing to Miss Vivian, and you are familiar with these prompts here. I always wondered why. My favorite myth is I could write something like that. My parents' grandma used to tell me that I could turn that into a story. So the ideas and the content for this language frame will be graded by Miss Vivian. You'll get 10 points for this. Okay, I'm going to check on the ideas. Let's say you just answered, I always wondered why. And then the rest you didn't answer. So you will not get 10 points for that. And this is a test, skill integration test. Because this test doesn't only focus on reading, writing, reflecting, listening. It has 4 literacy components, putting them together. Okay, that's 10 points only for this part here. The next one, the story elements. Miss Vivian will give you 20 points for this. How will Miss Vivian grade the story elements? Well, we know that the story elements are setting, character, problem, solution. Your visualization here must have setting, when and where the story happened. So setting will give you 5 points. Characters will give you 5 points. Conflict or problem will give you 5 points. Resolution will give you 5 points. A total of 20 points. This will be submitted in your Google Classroom later on May 27, Thursday. When you come back, yeah, I thought Miss Vivian will ask us to submit it today. No, I will not ask you. Of course, I want to give you
After
consideration.
holiday.
Yes, after holiday. My first suggestion is that take a look again at your Google drawing. Ah, Miss Vivian said I need to complete the language frames. I think I want to change some because I've already changed my draft. Oh, I want to add some characters because when I was doing my visualization, I was not thinking of this character. But now when I was accomplishing my character chart, I realized that I need another antagonist. Okay, so I want you to recheck your Google drawing and check if you have all the elements there and the ideas there. Okay, because it will give you 30 points. 30 points. Now, after that, we've also brainstormed, right, in gathering information.
Yet
What will happen in my
fantastical world.
story? What will be the details of my story? Okay. And also, you've started pre-writing. You've used the chart to help you organize your details. Looks very, very, very familiar to every one of us, right? Okay. You were also asked to write a draft, okay, with the title and then in the first paragraph it must introduce your characters and setting, and then your the next paragraph will tell the conflict and how the characters react. Now the second document that you're going to upload. So first the visualization, Google Drawing. Second, the Google Docs. Google Docs must have the complete character chart and the draft at the bottom of this. But the character chart will give you 20 points. How will Miss Vivian grade this? I'm going to look at the content. Content. I'm not looking at the elements. I'm not looking at the grammar. Maybe, oh, you forgot to put period. That's okay. Oh, maybe it's a bit disorganized. That's okay. As long as the content really explains the characters, their role, the function, and conflict. So how did Miss Vivian get the 20 points? One, the first one is character, 5 points. The second one is role, another 5 points. The third one is function, another 5 points. And the last one is conflict. So 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 20. Miss Vivian, what if I have more than 5 characters? That's okay. I'm not after the number of characters. But you may not have only one character or two. Oh, you have to think. It must be at least 3 characters. At
Miss,
least
I only have two.
you have to think and add some more. Maybe that's what you can do today. So that's how Miss Vivian would grade you. Okay, that is 20 points. So 10 for the language frames, 20 for the visualization, and 20 here equals 50 points, right? Let's move on. Where will 50 points go? Here in your draft. In your draft. Miss Vivian will read this. Will grade you according to the writer's traits. Will grade you according to the writer's traits. Now, in this part, maybe Miss Vivian will not really be very, since this is just first draft, I will not be very strict in terms of mechanics. Because first draft, we know there might be some grammar problems, right? So that's okay. However, However, your content, organization, word choice, sentence fluency, and voice are really graded. Okay? Question about this. So 10 plus 20 plus 20, 50 plus 50, 100 points. So this is your test, yeah, grade for one test. Okay, this test is not only writing, it involves reading because you use the reading strategies, and also reflecting because you reflect on the language frames, and also writing because you write at the draft. Question. You want me to proceed now? Okay, maybe you are still, oh, I think I want to work on my visualization. Please let me know when I ask you one by one later. Oh, means I think I need to check on my Google Docs because I want to add more character. Oh, means I think I want to change my title. So I'll go back to my draft, something like that. So you might be in different stages of preparing your test. You have to do it now so that while you're working on it, you can ask Miss Vivian right away. Your lesson teacher cannot do anything with this because this is a formative assessment. It's only you who can work on this because we did it in class since last week. Okay, class? Now, let's move on. The deadline is on the fourth day when we come back after Lebaran, right? So we still have time to revise the draft with our friends. If you want to work on that, okay, make changes, work with a partner, look at the ideas, content, organization, word choice, sentence fluency, and mechanics. So these are all writer's traits. And later we will publish it. This is the third submission. So in that folder that Miss Vivian will create later, will post later at 3:30, you must have the visualization or Google Drawing. You must have Google Docs, and the other one is video. Now, two options. You may upload the video, or you may also just submit the link for Loom or Screencastify. Whatever you have in your drive, whatever slide you have in your drive, just make a copy of that, and you just copy all the information from your Google Docs, the drive from there, and put some pictures. Okay, put some pictures in your Google slide. Then this one, so you have two options. You may upload the video, or you just upload and share the recording.